Well, yeehaw. Hey everyone, you've made it to week 4 to your midweek check-in. Do you like this filter? Does it fit me? Do I feel Texan to you? Alright, so I'm not going to spend too much time focusing on the postmodern discussion board submission, primarily because the discussion board posts that you all have been submitting have been excellent. So what I want to do very quickly is I just want to go over the novel project, which you are hopefully working on now because it's due next Thursday. That way that you're feeling prepped and ready to rock and roll. Okay, so once again, I just want to reiterate that you by now should have definitely finished your novel that you have chosen to read on your own time. And now that you've done that, you have to choose one. You can either compose the essay, you can do artistic expression number 1, where you're creating a work of art that's emblematic of a particular theme from the novel, or you can create a graphic novel, right? Beyond that, you can do the cultural understanding and do an Instagram post from one of the characters from the book. Okay, so those are your options. Now, just to help you out a little bit, so some of these require an outside source for you to be doing your research. So I just want to show you a couple things very, very quickly that I've touched on before, but I'm going to hit at it again. So I'm just going to go to the TCCD library. I'm just going to Google it. It'll be that first link. Now, what you can do here is you can either use the TCC catalog, and this is going to give you a completely broad overview of every single thing that TCC has in their databases, and it's a lot. It's overwhelming. What I would encourage you to do is use the TCC article databases and browse by subject. So you see all these bolded categories that you have right here. What I would do is I would scroll down to the ends where it says news and controversial issues. Oh wait, I'm sorry. You get all mixed up. You can use news and controversial issues if you're going to research a broader topic at hand. But for this project, go to Literature, Criticism, and Interpretation, and then click on Bloom's Literature. I think this would be the best database for all of you to use for this particular project. And you can research your author, so you could do, J.K. Rowling, and see everything that's rendered. So you've got a lot of references that are right here. What I would do is I would maybe click on Criticism. Oftentimes you'll find better stuff for essays there, or even if you are more specific and did like Sorcerer's Stone, something like that. And same thing, you can get some more criticism there, which will work really well. You can play around with reference, things like that. It should help you out a lot. And the cool thing about it is that in pretty much any database, if you find something that you really like and want to use, say that quote, generally, if you click on citations, it's going to be much, much easier for you to identify those particular types of citations. You can export that to EasyBib as well, which will really help. That's a great source for you to build a works cited page. Okay, so there's just a little bit of help there for the research. If you need help, you should be fairly familiar with this from your comp classes, unless for some reason your comp professor took a different approach and how to do research, but that's essentially the best way to go about it. Yeah, I'll post some more links in the email I'm going to send with this video that'll help you out too. Okay, so the last thing I want to leave you with is a poem that I find really helpful and comforting in the midst of crazy times. It's one of my favorite poems by one of my favorite poets. It's called The Peace of Wild Things. It's by Wendell Berry. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound and fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time I rest in the grace of the world and am free. So I hope this poem finds you well. I hope it gives you some amount of peace. These are wild and crazy times. I hope you find positivity and comfort in them. If you need help, please make sure to contact me via Google Hangouts, and I will be here for you. And know that your project is due on Thursday, next Thursday. All right, y'all have a great week.